So today is the Democratic primary in the New York City mayoral race, and wanted to bring this up here. So this is the New York Daily News from a few days ago, and they officially endorsed Andrew Cuomo to become mayor of New York City. Now, I wanted to talk about this for a second because I really don't like when news outlets or media companies are endorsing a political candidate. I just don't like the open bias of it, and especially if you're the news, like, you're not really supposed to be showing that you're on one political side or the other. If you're the news, you're just supposed to be reporting the news. So I don't love when these news outlets are endorsing candidates. I mean, we saw it in the last presidential election with, the New York Times obviously endorsed Kamala Harris, and you had, the New York Post endorsed Donald Trump. And I don't like that, because now every time I read the New York Post, I'm just like, okay, they endorsed Trump. They're a right-wing media outlet. They're not even, reporting news, even though, they are. And New York Times does too. But it's like, okay, well, the New York Times is this, left-wing news outlet that endorsed Democrat for president. So obviously they want her, so they're going to give the Republicans a bunch of bad press. I mean, that's just what comes to mind for me when I see, news outlets endorsing political candidates. I just don't like it. I feel like the news should kind of stay out of the endorsement world. I don't really think that it does them any good. I don't think they're gaining any new readers by endorsing a political candidate. And obviously, one of the big things in the last presidential election was the Washington Post was going to endorse Kamala Harris, and Jeff Bezos, who owns the Washington Post, kind of nixed it. He just was like, no, we're the news. We're not going to be endorsing political candidates, which, obviously that cause kind of a stir. But to me, I like that. I don't think that news outlets that are serious about just reporting the news should be endorsing political candidates. That's just my opinion. It's how I feel. Like I said, I write a newsletter called The Simple American. I'm building a website off of it, trying to build it into this little media thing. And I can tell you one thing. I got 13,000 subscribers that read my newsletter, and I'm growing every day. I'm actually almost to 14,000. At no point will my newsletter or anything that goes on my website be endorsing any political candidates ever. I don't like it. I don't think it's good for anybody. And I don't want people thinking that I swing one way or the other. So my 2 cents on the New York Daily News endorsing Andrew Cuomo, but it will be an interesting primary today. So if you're from New York City, get out and vote.